Everyone has a classic Volkswagen story. I take that back. I had dinner with Paul Menard and his racing team in Las Vegas once, and he said that he only had stories about Chevrolets. Wait, what? Let me start this over. Everyone not named Paul Menard has a story about a classic Volkswagen. The Airkewld Army is full of stories, once only told in each of their inner circles. This story begins in 1990.
Bought it in 1990 when I was 16 years old. It's a Type 1 1969 Beetle, and I've owned it for the last 33 years.
Legend has it that Mike's parents had little to do with his passion for this German car.
Not at all, not at all. I did have a babysitter who was pretty good looking, I might add, and she had a convertible Bug, and I always thought that was pretty cool. One of my buddies down the street got a 67 Bug. I had really no experience with them whatsoever, and because we were in the same grade together and friends, I was able to start riding in his Bug, and I was hooked immediately. Absolutely fell in love with it. So much so that my first tattoo was going to be a VW emblem, and now ironically enough, I'm covered from head to toe in tattoos, and I never got my VW tag.
Mike was invited to a friend's house to give his friend a hand working on a classic VW Beetle. With his passion for these cool cars increasing with every smile and every turn of the wrench, it was about to brim over.
And next thing you know, the three of us are all turning wrenches and busting knuckles in his garage. And his wife was selling what is now the 69 Type 1 Beetle that I own.
Completely overjoyed, he made the purchase. But how long would this Beetle stay in one piece? Oh, this is going to get good. On one fateful day,
I was leaving high school and driving like a teenager does, and anyway, I went to avoid a vehicle in front of me, ended up in this lady's front yard. It was an iron post that had a horse head on top, and I center punched that thing literally right in the middle of the beam and just tackled the whole front end.
The devastation could not be measured in that moment. His beloved Volkswagen was injured. His pride took a hit as well. The iron horse head flew through the air as if it was a Pegasus, only to land in the mud like Piglet. Looking back at such a dramatic event, he was glad he was okay, but he soon realized that he would be paying for this snafu for the remainder of the summer. We all have that one friend who wants to ride in like the knight on the white horse, or the iron horse in this case.
So my buddy who bought the Gia says, "Hey, we can fix this." And I said, "Okay, well, I don't know what you got in mind, but okay."
The sulking turned into hesitation, but quickly turned into hope. Can my 69 return to its former glory?
Drove out to his house, and he had a concrete slab and he had all these tools laid out, almost like it was an operating room. He's waiting for me. And when I get there, he hands me the Sawzall. He runs a piece of masking tape, like a painter's tape, down the side. And he says, "Okay, just follow this line."
But as that blade made quick work of one side, confidence grew, and progress was happening. In a blink of an eye, the entire front end was cut off of his Beetle. No bumper, no front apron, no quarter panels, no hood.
And there was parts and pieces everywhere. I remember I'm holding the gas tank at one point, just looking at this, where it's normally on the side, and I'm just laughing, and I'm thinking, what have I done to my car?
Although his Beetle was a tad more naked than earlier in the day, things were looking up. However, the front beam was still bent.
And so he says, "Oh, I can fix this." And he wraps a chain around the beam, wraps it around this oak tree.
With a befuddled look, I went with the plan. As he let out the clutch, the chain slack tightened up,
and then starts flooring it in reverse backwards.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
So, needless to say, that was the chassis that I sent
I can picture that old iron horse shaking his head as each cut of the sawzall takes place and every time the clutch was dumped. Was it perfect? Nah. Was it good enough for now? It will need to be. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the Airkewld YouTube channel and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a thing.